Can we be real for a second? If your personal brand feels more like a performance than an actual personality, that is the red flag. I used to think branding meant picking the perfect aesthetic, but the truth, the most magnetic brands start with confidence, not Canva. When I stopped creating and started leading with authenticity, every single thing changed. My engagement grew, my opportunities expanded, and showing up actually felt good again. My TikTok grew. I was asked advice because I showed up authentically and confidently. This is for the women in their glow up era, building magnetic brands that finally feel like home. If you are ready to stop performing and start owning your presence, let's get into it. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving deep into personal branding. But wait, I am not talking about the corporate sanitized version of yourself that feels like you are wearing somebody else's clothes or uniform. I am talking about real, authentic branding. As always, this video is broken down into clear chapters, making it easy for you to follow. So get comfy, grab your matcha because we are about to dive. Chapter 1. What exactly is a personal brand? A personal brand is essentially the narrative about you. Think of it as your blueprint of how to brand yourself online, in real life, and in every single room you walk into. It's what people think about when they hear your name. It's a feeling, association, expectation people have when they interact with you and your content. And here's the truth bomb. If you do not intentionally craft your narrative, trust me, somebody else will. Now, I have been on this journey myself well over 2 years, and what I have learned is a personal brand is not just for influencers and entrepreneurs. It's for every woman trying to make her mark. So whether you are a mom redefining yourself after years of pouring into your family, or a professional climbing the ladder, or somebody stepping into a completely new season of their life, your narrative is yours. And listen, as a woman of color, I knew that I often had to work twice as hard to get half as far. So my personal brand became even more crucial when navigating spaces that were not designed for people that look like me and mine. So today I am breaking down a step-by-step process to build a personal brand that feels authentic, powerful, and uniquely you. We'll explore 3 essential pillars of personal branding. Number 1, confidence, knowing your worth and owning your value. Number 2, crafting and sharing your authentic story. And number 3, clarity, ensuring your brand is received exactly as you intended. Let's dive in. Pillar 1, confidence. The foundation of a personal brand is confidence. I am not talking about fake it till you make it type of energy. I am talking about the quiet confidence that comes from truly knowing yourself, understanding your worth, and owning your unique value. Think about the women who inspire us. For me, that's Issa Rae, Tracee Ellis Ross, Michelle Obama. What makes their personal brands so powerful? They know exactly who they are and they own it unapologetically. They do not just show up, they embody main character energy every single room they step into. That's what makes their brand so unforgettable. And that's the kind of confidence that we are aiming for. That's the type of confidence we are working to build today. The first step to build confidence in your personal brand is getting crystal clear on who you are and what value you bring. Your personal brand should be 4 things. It should be accurate, truly reflective of who you are. It should be coherent, making sense as a whole. It should be compelling and drawing people in, and differentiated, showcasing what makes you uniquely you. To get this clarity, I want you to open up your notes app in your phone and answer these questions. What are the core values that guide your decisions? What unique perspectives do you bring to the table? And what makes you light up when you talk about it? Is that health? Is that wellness? Is that sports? Is that kids? Is it motherhood? Whether you're building a personal brand for moms re-entering their power or a high-value woman in their rebrand season, what is that? When I started this channel, I struggled to figure out what I wanted this channel to be about. I started it with fitness. But when I got honest about my values, authenticity, growth, and community, and started showing up as my full self, that's when things finally clicked. Now, I want you to take your reflection and craft what business folks like to call a value proposition, a clear statement about who you are and what values you bring. So for me, I am a health and wellness and self-development creative who empower women, especially moms, to build confidence through self-expression. Notice that this isn't about what I do for work. It's about who I am and the impact that I want to have. Your value proposition becomes your North Star for all brand decisions. The next step in building confidence is taking honest stock of your personal current brand. What are people already associating you with? What are they saying about you? Look at the three key assets: your credentials, not just degrees, but your life experiences, wisdom you've earned, your social capital, the relationships and communities that you've cultivated. You have a voice, you have a stance, you have an opinion, you already have a brand out there. What is that? And then your cultural capital, your unique perspective as a woman navigating multiple identities. Here's a confidence building exercise that changed the game for me. Create a wins folder where you save screenshots, positive feedback, accomplishments, and moments that affirm your value, that say, I am that girl. So on days when imposter syndrome starts to creep in, revisit the folder and remind yourself of your impact. You are that girl. Mine includes fitness certifications, kids, motherhood, career, entrepreneur risks, medals. It's not about perfection. The best brands are built on self-awareness. So when you truly know your strengths, acknowledge your growth areas, and understand the unique value that you bring, that confidence radiates in every single thing you do. Pillar number 2, content. Now that we've built the confidence foundation, let's talk about the second pillar, content. This is where your personal brand comes to life through the stories that you tell and how you communicate your value to the world. This is your narrative. This is how you show up. So what is your story? Your personal brand isn't just a tagline. It's a collection of stories that illustrate who you are and what you value. Remember, you are owning your narrative. Think about it. Issa Rae didn't just say she was an awkward Black girl. That's not how we remembered her. We connect with her because of the stories she tells through work that illustrates those qualities in a relatable human way. So for each key aspect of your personal brand, identify at least one story that brings that to life. If resilience is in your core identity, what obstacles have you overcome? If creativity defines you, what have you created that showcases your unique approach? If building communities is your superpower, more power to you, but what connections have you fostered? Let me share a personal example from me. One of my core brand values is authenticity. So instead of just claiming that value, I can tell you a story that I turned down a lucrative partnership because the product did not align with my values, even when I really needed the money. Or the fact that I wanted to have a VBAC for my second birth because I was confident in who I was and I knew I could get through that experience. That story demonstrates authenticity in action, far more powerful than just aiming for words. This is what authentic branding looks like, standing in your value even when it's hard. As women, we are often taught to downplay our accomplishments and keep our heads down. But owning your narrative is a radical act of self-advocacy. Your stories are powerful. They're how you connect with others, inspire change, and build the community that you need to thrive. And the most compelling stories often come from a place of challenge, transformation, and a revelation, not just a highlight reel. Now let's talk about how to actually communicate your personal brand through the content you create and share. Think about your brand expression across multiple channels: your digital presence, social media, websites, email, in-person interactions, how you show up to meetings, events, and conversations, and visual identity, your personal style, your design choices, and engagement style, how you interact with others. My advice, pick 2 to 3 primary channels where you focus your energy. And for me, that was YouTube and TikTok. Well, I have a third one, which is in person. And choose a platform that play to your strengths, where your audience spends most of their time. So whether you're building your brand from scratch or refining it after 30, focus on the platform where your energy and message actually shine. Look, I love Instagram, but I feel my most authentic self on TikTok and YouTube. So that's where I'm going to put my energy. When creating content, focus on formats that feel natural to you. If you are a natural writer, maybe it's thoughtful captions or a blog post. Or if you shine on video, prioritize that. The key is consistency and not being everywhere, but being consistently you wherever you are. In a world of perfectly curated feeds, authenticity is your superpower. Share the messy middle, not just the end result. When I posted about my struggles in finding myself after motherhood last year, that video resonated more than any of my how-to videos because the connection was real. Your content should reflect your full humanity, your expertise, your journey, your strengths, your growth areas. That's what builds genuine connections. And the final pillar of the powerful personal brand is clarity, making sure your brand is received exactly how you intend, and that there is alignment between who you are and how you are perceived. This is how you build a magnetic presence, aligning who you are with how you are received online and offline. So nobody can change your narrative. Your personal brand isn't just about what you say about yourself, it's also about what others say about you when you are not in the room. That is why socializing your brand is so important. There are 4 key groups that help amplify your personal brand. Gatekeepers, people who support your needs to reach your goals. You have influencers, those with platforms who can amplify your voice. You have promoters, your personal cheerleaders and advocates, think your mom, your sisters, your friends. And then you have communities, groups who share your interests and values. One strategy that has been game changing for me is creating an intentional circle of support, women who understand my vision and can reflect back to me how my brand is actually being received. I have a close friend that I talk to regularly and I share my goals, give feedback, and we hold each other accountable, and that helps tremendously. This isn't about manipulation or networking for personal gain. It's about building genuine relationships with people who resonate with you authentically. When others can articulate your values clearly, that is when you know your personal brand has true clarity. The final aspect of clarity is understanding your personal brand will evolve and creating mechanisms to maintain clarity through those changes. Your brand isn't static. It should grow as you grow. The woman you are when you're 30 is completely different from the woman you are when you're 30. The key is evolving while maintaining the core essence. So set regular check-ins, whether they're quarterly or yearly, but reflect on, does this current brand feel like my authentic self? What new strengths have emerged that I want to incorporate? And are there aspects that no longer serve me? Am I showing up consistently across the different areas of my life? Now, if you notice gaps between your desired brand and how you actually show up, make intentional adjustments. This might mean developing new skills or refreshing your online presence or reframing how you tell this story. But the work is important. And one of the most compelling aspects of a personal brand is transparency. So when I pivoted my content last year, I didn't pretend that it was all the plan all along. I shared my why behind the change. That authenticity actually strengthened rather than weakened my brand. I went from fitness content to self-development content because my well-being included fitness, but it wasn't just fitness. It was bigger than that. So there you have it. 3 essential pillars for building a personal brand that feels authentically you. Confidence, knowing your worth and owning your unique value. Content, crafting and sharing your authentic story. Clarity, ensuring your brand is received exactly how you intend for it to be received. These 3 pillars work together in creating a personal brand that not only feels authentic to you, but also resonates powerfully with others. Remember, your personal brand is not about creating a polished, perfect image. It's about intentionally shaping the narrative around who you are, who you can connect with in a meaningful way with others. As a woman, especially as a woman of color, owning your narrative is an act of power. And in the world that is often so quick to define us or put us in boxes, a clear personal brand gives us language and confidence that says, this is who I am, this is the value that I bring, and this is the impact that I want to have. I want to leave you with this one question. If you could be known for 3 things, just 3 qualities or contributions, what would they be? Take some time to reflect on that because of those 3 things might just be the core of your personal brand. So whether you are entering your soft life rebrand or your CEO season or your glow up era, your personal brand should reflect the woman that you are becoming. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment below sharing one aspect of your personal brand that you are most proud of. I love to hear what makes you uniquely you. Until next time, remember, the most powerful brand is the one that feels authentically, beautifully, unapologetically you.